All right, everybody, welcome to NorCal Sports Network. And this is the same hat that Brock Purdy's dad wears. Chat loves it when Marty Lurie comes on.
Anytime you lose a game this time of year, when you can't go backwards, it's a problem.
All right, everybody, welcome on in to NorCal Sports Network. Just watched a great college football playoff game, a classic down here in the desert, like always. There are always great games at the Fiesta Bowl, but that was Miami pulling it off, and Ole Miss couldn't get it done. But what a game that was. But now we're going to be talking Giants baseball right here. Giants baseball, NorCal Sports Network, past, present, and truth. Been following the Giants since 1968, long before the championships, long before the wild card and hot takes. If you're looking for Giants analysis, honest takes, real baseball perspective, and straight talk without spin, you're in the right place. This is NorCal Sports Network. All right. Welcome, Dallas. How are you?
Pretty good. How's it going?
I'm doing good. I watched a good football game on a Thursday night, and it's cold. Get on the couch with the little blanket. I'm still wearing shorts because I never wear anything else but shorts. I hate wearing pants unless I'm got to go to a wedding. Heck, I even wear shorts to church. You can do that in Arizona, you know? Arizona's
wow. It's like Hawaii.
It pretty much is. It gets a little chilly at times. We get some evenings into the 50s, and we'll get a couple of overnight cold snaps to be right around the freezing temperature mark, sometimes 29, 30, but that's rare, and it lasts for a few days. But, man, it's a great place to be, Arizona. But anyway, what a ball game. Hey, we should not fail to mention right off the top our treasured sponsors, Chapman Law Group, located in Marin, licensed in all of California. Make sure you give Chapman Law Group for all your legal needs. You got a personal injury situation, give David Chapman and his group a call. You'll be leaving thousands of dollars on the table if you do not. Don't settle with that insurance company before reaching out to Chapman Law, 415-613-9483. And that's right. And then we have our new sponsor, PrizePicks. Everybody, PrizePicks. You want to go out and let me put the code up here for PrizePicks. It's NCSN. There you go. PrizePicks. Use that promo code NCSN. It's a daily fantasy app. PrizePicks is where you build lineups by choosing whether players will have more or less than a projected stat total. Right now, new users can get $50 in lineups when they play their first $5 lineup, win or lose. That's right. PrizePicks is available in 45 states, including California and Texas. Download the PrizePicks app today. Build your lineup and follow along while watching the games. PrizePicks. It's good to be right, and make sure you do use that promo code, everybody. I did get a little bit of information tonight, and I'm going to see if I can pull it up. I think we got a promo going on at PrizePicks for, let me see. Why are we not getting this? You know what? Why don't we just forget that? I can't seem to find it, but I will. And when I do, I'll pull it up and send it to you. There is a promo going on for the weekend. Here it is. Caleb Williams. That's right. Caleb Williams is, let's see if I can pull it up this way, and I'll show you the promo for, let's get that. Let's see why it's not coming through. The email. All right. We're just not going to do it. Anyway, the promo pick this week is Caleb Williams throwing for 1 yard. That's right, 1 yard. So you've got a built-in promo super pick there. And I don't know
Take
why.
the over.
Take the over?
Mm-hmm.
Take the over. Yeah, I think that's safe to say. Should be pretty safe pick. Caleb Williams with the 1 yard. So
Who do you like in that game, Dan? Do you think the Packers can do you think the Bears can beat the Packers at home there, or
I think it's anybody's. I think it's anybody's game. I really do. I think the Packers can knock off the Bears. What I'm hoping for is a knockoff win for the Packers, and the Niners, of course, a victory. And then it's 6 and 7 seeds win. That would have the 49ers go to the winner of the Rams-Panthers game. There it is, half a yard. There's the promo right there. Max discount promo this week. Just needs passing yard against Green Bay. Okay, there you go. So we'll close that down. But I think it's going to be tough for those to happen. But I think it's going to be tough. But
for the one passing yard?
No, for the Packers to win and the Niners to win. Probably tougher
for those
for
both,
Niners. Yeah, probably tougher for the Niners to win if one team has a rougher shot, it's the Niners. Yeah, but hey, let's get into our discussion here, guys. I don't know what happened here. Okay, there we go. Wanted to bring this up was, this time of year, you're seeing just a lot of inactivity all across Major League Baseball. Really, it's not just the Giants that are not doing a lot. I mean, Dodgers haven't really done anything. Yankees haven't done anything. Really, about the only teams that have done anything are the Blue Jays and the Orioles and the Braves done some things. Not much activity out there, guys. Still 6 of the top 10 free agents available. Kyle Tucker being the big enchilada out there. But you got Bregman, you got Bo Bichette. You've got who else am I missing on that?
Bellinger.
Yeah.
Suarez.
Yeah.
Framber.
So there's your 6 right there, I think. So those are the guys that are still available, but got me to thinking. Let me take the promo code down here. Just got me to thinking about, are the Giants quietly treating Bryce Eldridge as their X factor? Because when you look at the offseason, the silence is loud, right? They haven't added that middle of the order bat that a lot of us expected, whether it's a Tucker, a Bellinger. None of us really expected a Tucker, but some type of trade or something. They haven't lengthened the lineup in a meaningful way, at least not on paper. So I'm trying to understand the thinking, right? As all of us Giants fans are. So it made me think, is it possible the Giants believe Bryce Eldridge is already part of the solution? Not publicly, okay? Not publicly, and not in a way that puts pressure on a 21-year-old, but internally. If you believe he's a future impact bat, right? I mean, if you believe his power is, 35 plus home run power, changes the way pitchers attack your lineup, maybe you don't feel the same urgency to go out and force a big move right now. And that's where this gets kind of interesting and dangerous at the same time, because Eldridge has zero, when I say zero, he's got a few at-bats, big league experience. So pretty much practically zero. But he's talented. He's exciting, but asking any 21-year-old to be the reason you didn't add offense is a massive gamble. So tonight, we're not here to hype Bryce Eldridge, and we're not here to criticize him. What we want to do is ask whether the Giants' belief system, if this is their strategy, is smart patience or risky restraint. That's going to be the conversation we're talking about here. And I want to hear from the chat because I just was thinking about this, and we kind of played with the lineup on Tuesday night, Dallas. We penciled Eldridge in. Let me see. No, we don't have that anymore, do we?
No, but
no. We penciled
in there.
Yeah, we penciled. We were doing just, fooling around with a lineup. We started off with Jung Hope Lee at first, leading off. Then we, for kicks, we just threw in Matt Chapman at second, just to throw off the lineup a little bit. Chapman, then Devers third, Adames fourth, Eldridge fifth, Ramos sixth, Bailey seventh, Schmidt eighth, Gilbert Matos / ninth. Now,
right.
If what happens if Bryce Eldridge, and I'm not saying he's this guy, but I'm saying he's got the potential like Nick Kurtz, but he's a lot younger than Nick Kurtz. Nick Kurtz had a lot more experience at the college level. Bryce Eldridge has 3 years of pro experience and somewhat of it limited at times because of injuries. Last year, hit 25 home runs with a bad wrist that he needed offseason surgery to correct. Just food for thought, guys. Not sitting here saying, yeah, I think this is what the Giants are doing, or no, there's no way they're doing that. We're just looking for off-season conversation. That's all.
Yeah, and it is a good conversation to have. If I'm the Giants, and this may be what they're doing, maybe not. I have no idea what they're doing. I would not rush right into having Bryce Eldridge to write him in at the fifth hole in the lineup. I think that's too much pressure on a young kid, and I don't think that's the way to go. I think you have him come to spring training, you have him play. If he does well, he makes the big club. If he doesn't do well, he starts in AAA, and you bring him up when he's hitting the ball well. That's how I would play it, and I would not make off-season decisions here. I mean, you can based on. I wouldn't get a DH or anything like that based on having him in the wings, but I wouldn't make any huge decisions, based on whether Eldridge is ready or not, as far as going after a big name free agent outfielder, if they wanted to get one of the two big guys out there. I don't think if Bryce is ready, that's just icing on the cake. He's going to be your DH anyway. So I don't see that it, I hope that they're not pinning all their hopes on Bryce Eldridge and they're just going, not making any moves this offseason because they think he's going to hit 40 home runs this year. That would be putting the cart in front of the horse,
Oh, I agree with you. This is again just there we go. The cart before the horse. Hey, the horse is right there, and I think the horse did come after that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that could be what they're doing. We don't really know now.
Hey,
they haven't made a move so far, and you wonder why. But no one has made a move so far. So
right.
I am the optimist, thinking that the Giants don't want to sign anybody for 6 or 7 years, and I know that that's what Bellinger wants, and for sure that's what Tucker wants. He wants 10 years. Instead, the Giants don't want to do that, so you bide your time. You wait for the prices to come down. The Blue Jays kind of overpaid for Cease right out the gate, and the first day of the off season, they paid $200 million for that guy, and everyone's thinking, holy cow, this is going to be a big time spending fest. But that's not what happened. Things have slowed down, and you're going to have to grind it out with Boris and get to that down to the point where you could, sign these guys at a more reasonable level, a 3 to 4 year deal instead of a 6 or 7 year deal. And we have no idea if the Giants, how serious they are in on these guys. But if they are serious and in on it, if they had signed them by now, they would have been overpaying in all likelihood, and going the Matt Chapman route and giving that extra 2 years, which you don't want to do. You don't want to sign Matt Chapman to a 7 year deal. You want to sign to a 5 year deal, but you want to get it done.
You probably don't even want to sign Matt Chapman at all, but that's a little too late. They already did it.
This is 2 years ago when he was their only player at that time.
Yeah. And they've added Chapman 1 year, then they add Adames, and then they add Devers. And it seems like, okay, you got a nucleus. Why stop now? Why stop now? And this is the question that has everyone, wondering, what are the Giants doing? Hey, if you ask us, Dan, that's not the plan. The Giants, as Aaron says here, do the Giants even know what they're doing? That's a great question. We've asked that many times, as you all know that watch us on a regular basis. You've seen our thumbnails. Do the Giants have a plan? What is the plan? Look, we've covered it all right here at NorCal Sports Network. We bring it, and then it becomes mainstream in just a short while. Maybe it takes a few weeks, but we try and bring it here. And this isn't just a show we try and bring ideas, guys, not just sure, we're going to rant when it's necessary, but I'm not going to, or I don't think Dallas wants to come on here and rant for the whole off season. We'll have our rant shows, but
I'm just trying to think logically about it.
Yeah.
So when we came after the season, we started doing these shows talking about what do the Giants need? They need pitching. Remember, we said it like 10 times. They need pitching, right? Did they get pitching? They got
3.
a couple of guys.
They got 2.5. They got 2 starters, and they got a half of Jason Foley, who'll be available halfway through.
But that's not the pitching we were talking about. We were talking about getting like a legit number 1 or 2 pitcher, ace type pitcher to slate into that rotation to just deepen the whole thing. No, and it hasn't happened. It's not going to happen. That ship has sailed.
No.
So
the Giants, would you say, Dallas, that the Giants missed the
G-spot? They missed it. They missed it.
The Giants missed the
so
G-spot. Okay.
That wasn't their plan. We have to just guess on this because they don't just come out and say, here's our plan. Because if you do that, then all the agents are like, oh, the Giants really want a outfielder. Oh, they really want an ace starting pitcher. We're going to rake them over the coals because we know what they want. So it's a good idea not to just come out and say what you want. We're left to speculate about that. But they've shown us they're not in for the big time pitcher.
Yeah.
And they've said that before. They don't want to spend they don't want a $100 million pitcher because they're injury prone.
We don't want a $100 million pitcher. We want a belly itch. No, what's that?
Right.
What's that little?
They want some belly itchers.
Pitcher.
We want a pitcher, not a belly itcher.
Not a belly itcher. Did you ever do that in Little League? Huh?
Yes.
Did you ever hear that little thing? Pitcher. Come on. Yeah.
Yes.
I was on the mound at Babe Ruth thinking I was John Montefusco.
We ruled that out. That's not their plan.
Dallas. They were ripping on me. They were mocking me on the mound, and you don't mock the count when he's 15 years old and he's got a little bit of a temper. That's right. I was on the A's. We were playing a ball team, the Giants, and I started headhunting. That's right. I started going
at what age?
High and tight. 15. Don't mess with me at 15. I'll put you down. I'll put you down.
Wow. That's old school.
That's right. I was I was pretending I was John the Count Montefusco. 1976.
Okay, so we've ruled out they're signing a big guy, a big name pitcher. They signed some fillers. They've pieced together a rotation that's at least somewhat deeper than last year. Not moving the needle much, but they've done it, and they've done it on the cheap. You know, they've got some guys with some high upside that could potentially be good, and we have a whole stack of maybes, question marks in AAA that we can rely on if one of those guys gets hurt or doesn't work out. So fine, you want to go that route, fine, but you did get this new manager. You paid a lot of money for him, signed him for 3 years, whatever it is. And do you really want to just roll the same 500 team out there and hope that he has the magic to make it work? No, you want to put him in a position to succeed. And in order to do that, you need a pitching staff, which you've barely got, right? This is like the bare minimum of a pitching staff that you can get is this. So I assume there's another move coming, that they are going to deepen this lineup by adding another piece, by adding an outfielder or a second baseman. And I can't, it doesn't make sense to me not to do that, because you still have money under the cap.
Did you say something about 500 or something?
500. I mean,
there we have it. There we have it. Hey, we got a new member. Wait, not a new member. New member.
He became a new member again.
Became a YouTube member. All right, Chardal, welcome aboard.
He used to be a member.
He's back. He says hi.
He's re-upped for a new year.
Yes, it's 2026. You two are great. All right. Hey, thank you, Chardal.
Come on, Chardal. Don't pump up our egos that much.
All right. So, whoops. What did I do? My screen moved. I need to get rid of this banner. There we go. All right. And now I want to ask you, Dallas.
Yeah.
You mentioned an outfielder and a second baseman. All right.
One or the other. I'm not greedy.
All right. Let's be devil's advocate here. Play devil's advocate. All right. You want your outfielder? Here. I just signed you Harrison Bader. You happy?
No, that doesn't get it done.
And I traded for Brendan Donovan. All right, you got there's your team. You happy?
No, that would be like that doesn't move the needle, you know?
Of course it doesn't move the needle.
It's better than nothing, but come on. We have to compete with the Dodgers and the Padres, and you know, we can't sit idly by and miss the wild card again by another couple of games. We need to win games. We need some winners, and we need to put butts in the seats so that we can continue moving this team in the right direction so they can keep spending money. If they take a step backward in attendance, that's not showing the ownership like, oh, this is a good area to invest in. I think that's dooming the Giants to more years of mediocrity. So you want to keep the momentum going. You want to ride the Tony Vitello train, you know, but you want to be playing that song that you play every day, Tony Victory.
Oh, yeah.
And you want to just, keep getting the Giants back in the right direction. And sitting idly by is not going to do that. Now, placeholders, whatever, it's going to be, I mean, the fan base is already pretty negative. I mean, there is a lot of, when Susan Slusser is negative on the Giants offseason moves, that's saying a lot.
Are you negative? Are you a homer, Dallas? Are you a homer? Oops, what happened there?
I'm a realist.
Hold on. We how did I lose you? I asked the question, are you a homer?
I'm not a homer. No, I'm a realist.
All right, because I was about to give you the boot, like it happened. Like you can't be a homer on the No Homer Network. You cannot be a homer on the No Homer Network, okay? We do not allow homers.
Well, what would a homer say?
Resonate.
That we're doing great right now and that everything's good. We want to just roll with, who we got right now.
Yeah, that'd be part of it. A homer might say that they think the Giants are not done and they would say they're definitely going to add. They're not going to stand pat. They're definitely adding.
I don't know if they're going to add or not. I think they should add if they're smart.
Yeah. But the question is, are they smart? Because Aaron is saying what I've been saying quite a bit here, and I lost his comment, but it had something to do with Greg Johnson maybe saying something like, let's see what you can do with all the money I've given you with Devers and Chapman and Adames and Lee.
But that's just speculation. We don't know what Greg Johnson says.
Oh, we know here. We do know here, Dallas. We do. We have secret insight into what the Giants are talking about.
Senior, I want to address that point too in a minute.
How do we know that? Where do we get our secret insight? Well, I don't know.
Hey, this is Luis Matos.
I don't think it's him. I'm not getting any tips from him, and I'm certainly not getting.
Hey, it's Logan Webb. Listen to Dan on NorCal Sports Network. Light the beam, baby.
All right, so we're not getting tips from those guys. Where are we getting our tips? I know we're getting our tips from this little youngster right here. Look it, out of the mouth of babes, they say, right? This is where you know you've been a Giants fan or grown up in a Giants house. Listen to this. This goes back a couple years when Ohtani was a free agent. So how many games are you going to stay down here for?
Just 2.
2 games this weekend?
Yeah, because school starts on Monday.
Oh, okay.
Missing Monday, but don't.
Yeah, okay. We won't tell too many people. Okay, so you're going to see tomorrow. You're going to see the Cubs, and then Sunday you'll be back here at Scottsdale and see the Reds.
See the Reds.
Yeah. So who's your favorite non-Giants baseball player?
Probably Ohtani.
Shohei Ohtani. You hope he comes to the Giants next year?
He never will.
Spoken like a true Giants fan who's been let down one too many times. All right, he never will. Well, yeah,
You heard it here first, folks.
okay. There you go. The kid knows, right? And let me answer the question in the chat. I think it was from Cole. Let me see if I can find the question from Cole. Cole. And this is not Cole Kuiper. This is Cole Dunston. Where did it go? 9:53. It's come on. Cole. We're going through here. This is what happens when you produce everything. You can't even find what you're looking for. Anyway, Cole said, I think it was Cole. I don't want to misquote who said it, but it was, why don't they just go sign Kyle Tucker? Well, if that was you, Cole, that answered that or asked that, let me answer it this way. Here it is. Yes. Why won't they just sign Tucker? Well, there's a two-way street. It's a term called free agent. He's free to do what he wants. And he's got an agent, and they're going to listen to several teams. And right here what I'm hearing with Kyle Tucker is may come down to the 2 World Series teams, the Blue Jays and the Dodgers. Let's just make Dallas Kyle Tucker. All right? Mm-hmm. Dallas is Kyle Tucker. All right. I'm your agent, Dallas. Okay. I don't know. Who's his agent? Is it Boris?
I don't think so.
Who's Tucker's agent?
He is represented by Casey Close of XL Sports Management.
All right. I'm Casey. All right. Kyle. Got a few options on the table. We've got some teams of calling of some interest.
Sure, yeah. Who's calling? Who's showing interest?
Yeah, well, we've got the Blue Jays. We got the Dodgers. Mets might have some interest. Phillies have just checked in on us. We even got a call from San Francisco. We got a call from the Braves. What are you feeling? We can start the interview process with some of these
Sure.
teams. We haven't got.
First question is, what's the money that they're offering?
Well, money's not been discussed completely. There's no terms. We've given them a ballpark where we're looking. That there's no firm contract. That's not how this works, Kyle. You don't just get a contract offer. You got to sit down, meet with people, and then the offers start to come afterwards. But where do you want to go? Where do you want to listen? Who do you want to listen to?
Well, let's look at the teams that have the deep pockets and that win first and foremost. So,
how about San Francisco? It's a nice city. How about if we really look at them? I think if nothing else, we can get.
I haven't paid too much attention. Have they made the playoffs recently?
No, but I'll tell you what, they're desperate, and if we play our cards right, we can use them to bump up your worth, your price. We can just act like we're interested with San Francisco. We'll interview with them. We'll have some reporters put out some news that you're very interested. The Giants are right there, and we have no intention of going there. But,
okay, good. Because I was worried about that. Because
we have no intention.
A few of my balls died on the warning track there last year.
Yeah, a lot of balls die there. So we definitely won't be going there. But I think if we play our cards right, we can probably get another $5+ million a year out of LA.
Okay, good plan.
All right,
Casey. That's why I pay you the big bucks, man. 10%.
Cole. I'm not sure if it goes down a whole lot like that, but I think there's a little bit to that in the sense that teams check in, agent talks with player, they go listen, and we were doing a little tongue in cheek with the Giants, but I do think there's some truth to that. I do think players and agents use the Giants, and I think that's why Buster doesn't even talk to some of these guys, which I think he should. I think he should just to drive up the price for the Dodgers. But, Senior says, laughing out loud, that's exactly what happens. The elite free agents have no intention. Their balls died on the warning track, and then their balls froze in the dugout. That's about it. Yeah.
Bad for balls.
So, I mean, this is what you're dealing with, guys. So, this is why I have said the only way the Giants will ever attract free agents is if they cut the fence, cut 30 feet off of Triples Alley, 415 becomes 385, and that is no longer an obstacle. And you start developing your own guys, and you start getting better teams. And once you start winning, and you have a ballpark that is not going to destroy your stats, you'll get some of those guys. You think Rafi Devers would have signed here on a free agent? Hell no. Not a chance. No chance that Rafi Devers comes to San Francisco as a free agent. That's the only.
Yeah.
He had no say, though. He had no say, and that's why he's here.
Yeah, but that's always been something we talk about. Free agents don't want to sign here, so you trade for them.
Mm-hmm.
You wait for the situation. You could bring them here through trade. Now, pitchers don't mind coming here, but they don't want to sign pitchers long term. So, kind of a weird situation.
Yeah, I mean, These guys, I mean, you look at Devers, how frustrated he was last year, just hitting balls to deep parts of the field and getting outs. And then the cold night games. This is why, if you listen to us on Tuesday night, I suggested that I think the Giants, they play 81 home games. I got the schedule right here. I'll just pull it up on my phone, and I will tell you the actual Giants schedule, how many weeks they play. All right. How many weeks is the season? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold on. I hit the button and counted. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 27 weeks, roughly. Okay? 27 weeks. 27 times 6 is 162. What do you know? Look at that. They play about 6 games a week. So 27 weeks. And they have 81 games. You know what? Let's just see how many day games you think the Giants, or night games, I should say. How many night games? Because how many night games you think the Giants play at home this year?
I think it's 70% night games. So I think they played 56 night games.
I'm counting. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. I'm not counting 4 o'clock games as a night game, though. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38 night games. So that would mean what? 43 day games.
47 night games?
38. So 43. I think it should be more like, instead of 38 night games, it should be like 25 night games. And
that's more than I thought. I guess those weekend day games add up.
Yeah, the weekend day games add up. And they've got a lot of midweek day games. They never play 3 nights in a row during the week. They always have, even like they have the Dodgers on April 21st and 22nd, Tuesday, Wednesday night, then a Thursday day game. They always seem to have a day game, the last game of a series that's midweek. Pretty much, yeah, every time. They have Toronto for a 4-game series, which is interesting. No, I take that back. It's a 3-game series in the middle of the week. But they do not play 3 consecutive night games Monday through Wednesday or Thursday. I would just flip it around. They play 2 night games, 1 day game. All I would do to the schedule is make it 2 day games and 1 night game.
Okay, well, let's put that in the Giants suggestion box.
Yeah.
And see what they say.
So, I don't know. But let me get to some of these comments. Spinach. I could go for some spinach right now. He says, Dan, you hit on a very important point. We need to shape the team this year to make a Scooble signing more realistic. Think Ohtani wanted to bat on front of JD's and Lamont for $700 million. Hell no. Okay, let's do a segue, Dallas, because there is news out there about Tariq Skubal and a record arbitration hearing that may come up. Did you hear about this news today?
I just saw the headline, so I don't know anything.
Scooble, the Tigers are offering him $19 million. Scooble is asking for $32 million in arbitration. Here's what I'm going to say, guys. And again, this is my take, but NorCal Sports Network, if this Scooble arbitration goes to an actual hearing, all right, I think he's going to get traded after that hearing. Hearings are awful. They tear you down. The team tries to basically say why you're not worth this much money. The player says this is why he is worth this much money. I think there will be bad blood if this goes to a hearing, and I think Scooble will want out.
Also, Dan, isn't it true that they have to pick the low number or the high number? They either take the player's number or the team's number.
I believe so, yes. Or they settle in the middle. The teams, before they go to
the two parties can settle in the middle.
Right.
If they don't want to take it all the way to the end, because then they could get screwed, or they could get.
I could see this thing probably. I could see this thing settling with about $26 million.
Right.
I mean, the Tigers would be foolish to, if you want to keep him and try and win a World Series, your last shot at winning a World Series, then you should pay him. Just settle and say, hey, look, we'll agree. 26 million 1 year. And I think that's part of the strategy on Scooble's camp. Hey, if they're out for 19, but I think they submit the numbers. I don't think they know what each one's going to submit.
No, but obviously Scooble went way high with his number, knowing that he's the best in baseball. And, they're going to, if it does go to arbitration and goes to a decision, they would probably go with his number because he's that good in compared to the other best pitchers in baseball, what their average salary is, so he played it right because they probably will settle somewhere in the middle, and he probably got himself an extra $5 million.
Now, I've said I would never trade Bryce Eldridge unless you got me a Scooble with a deal, like but
there's no deal.
Agreed deal. I don't think he's going to take a deal.
Why would he take a deal?
Why would
doesn't
he
he want to
take a
go
deal?
to free agency and Scott Boras is his agent?
All right, let me
he's
ask
going to
you
be the
this.
biggest free agent next year.
Let me ask you this. He gets traded to the Dodgers. He's on a great team. He's going to pitch in front of a packed house. He's going to pitch in beautiful weather. And the Dodgers trade for him and say, we will give you, let's go 8 years, 7 years. Let's say they go 7 years, and we'll go 250 divided by 7. That's, wait a minute. 250 divided by 7, 35 million a year. Let's go 275. Okay. We're going to go 275 divided by 7. We're giving you 39 million. Heck, we'll just go up to 280. You're getting 40 million a year for 7 years. He's not getting 400. He's not getting 400 from anybody. Okay. That's just smoke and mirrors. That's just hogwash. Nobody's paying.
He would sign an extension for 40 million a year for 7.
Yeah, why wouldn't he? That would be stupid to risk blowing out your arm. And so that's what I'm saying. I think wherever he gets, if he does get traded, especially if it's the Yankees, Mets, or Dodgers, I think they try and sign him as part of the trade package.
But they're the teams that could do that.
Yeah.
Do I think the Giants should try to trade for him? I do not, because they have to give up Bryce Eldridge, and they're only going to have him 1 year.
Yeah.
And then he's going to get scooped up by the Dodgers or the Mets or the Yankees or somebody else that can afford to, I shouldn't even say afford, that are willing to pay $280 million for a pitcher. The Giants are not, even if he's
No.
the best.
No, and forget the 400 million. Who's what did Yamamoto get? 325.
200.
What was Yamamoto's contract? 12
10
years.
12 years, 325.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he's 25 years old. Isn't Scooble going to be 30 after this next season?
But Yamamoto, that's 27 million a year. That's
right. And he was 25 at the time. So Scooble right now is 29 years old. He just turned 29 in November. So he's going to be 29 all of 26 season. But are you going to give a 30-year-old $400 million? No way. No way.
No. But 12 years, no. But it'll be 7 years or maybe 8.
Go 10. I would max do 7 or 8. Yeah. And even then, I'm realizing that, anything that will go wrong. I don't think anybody gives him $300 million.
Yeah.
I really don't.
I
could see somebody giving him. I could see somebody giving him 40 a year. If he wants $300 million, then somebody might. I mean, if he wants $400 million, there's no way. But if somebody might say, okay, we'll spread the AAV out and we'll go, instead of going 40 and 7 for 280, we'll go 30 and 10. And give you $300 million for 10 years. But
he probably wouldn't. He would probably want to give himself a few years at the end to sign one more deal. So I don't know, but also this whole labor thing coming up, they'd have to actually assess, what are the chances of a salary cap getting put through, because if somebody goes and signs them for $40 million a year for 7 years, and then a salary cap is instituted the same year, the next year, then, I don't know. That seems risky from a team perspective to even make that kind of deal. But yes, you don't trade for him unless you have some sort of assurance that you can re-sign him to a long-term deal.
Insane says, Dan, no one gives him $300 million. That's hey, he's got insane in his insane. I think like I know why his name is Insane Sports Takes. No one gives him $300 million. That's an insane thing to say when you're talking about the back-to-back Cy Young Award winner. He's going to be 30 when he enters free agency. And he may not even pitch in 27 if there's a lockout missed season or a shortened season. I'm not giving a guy, some team might do it, like the Dodgers or the Yankees or the Mets, but I just think, to get $300 million, you're looking at. I don't think any team's going to go $40 million for 8 years. I don't see it. That's putting a strain, and especially what the new CBA, what we don't know is coming. What if there's a salary cap and the cap is, let's say the salary cap is $275. Are you going to be
paying 14% of your?
Are you going to go $40 million on a guy? I don't know, man. I guy that pitches every 5th game. I think he's going to get paid. He's going to get paid. He's going to get paid, and he's going to get. My guess is he lands anywhere between 275 and 300. I don't think he goes over 300. Unless it's a short-term deal. Somebody's willing to give him, somebody might be crazy enough, depending on the CBA, to give him 6 years, $50 million a year. I don't know. That would be crazy. I mean, what isn't the highest AAV for a pitcher? Wasn't it DeGrom and Scherzer when they were the Mets with like $40 million a year? Pretty sure it was.
Ohtani.
Well, he's only getting $2 million a year.
But not against the CBT.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be interesting. Senior says he'll be the highest paid pitcher in history, whatever number that is. I don't know.
Probably.
I'll tell you what, I'm 30 years old, or going to be 30 when I'm a free agent. I'm looking to sign a big deal right now because that guy's, I don't want to wish anything on him. He's a great pitcher, but 39% of pitchers in Major League Baseball have had Tommy John. Think about that. 39%. That's like, call it 40%. 40 out of every 100 pitchers is having Tommy John. It's not just a matter of if, it's a matter of when for most of these guys.
Yeah. And if you can get the deal right away, he'd probably do it if it's the money's about the same of what the max you could expect to get. But most guys are going to bet on themselves, pitch one more year, go into free agency, and get the biggest contract they can get. So that's what I think is the most likely scenario.
I don't think the Giants have a shot at him.
No.
Now,
we talk about realistic expectations. The Giants are not getting him.
No,
you can just throw that right out right now, and that's why you don't talk about trading Eldridge for 1 year. The Giants are not winning the World Series in 2026. It's not happening.
Nope.
With him or not. So why would you, trade your best prospect for a guy that's not going to push you over the top? And you don't really have much of a chance to re-sign him. So that's just.
I have heard
crazy talk.
Some talk about the, with Ray being a free agent, right? Ray's going to be a free agent after the 26 season. And some people are worried about who are the Giants going to sign, to replace him. Well, I don't think you have to worry about that this offseason. You can do it, and it would be nice, like we talked about trading for Freddie Peralta and then signing him to a long-term deal. But just if Ray walks doesn't mean you don't have a number two. Let's just take a quick peek at the 27. I mean, and this can change too as guys come off the board and sign with their present teams. But
there's a lot of pitchers up in 27.
Corbin Burns can opt out. Doubt if he will, unless he has a really good comeback next year. Robbie Ray, there you see Skubal. Gosman, he's getting older. Chris Sale's way up there. Brady Singer. I'm looking for a number two. Maybe Sandy Alcantara finds himself. Hey, Tyler Mahle, he could be your next number two. Wait, he's our number 4 or 5. Freddie Peralta. It's not a lot. Chris Bubeck, Freddie Peralta. There's 2 good pitchers. Alcantara, if he finds his old self. If he doesn't, he's Jesus Luzardo. He could fit that mold of taking Robbie Ray's spot. I'm just looking on here to see. Not much. Not as much as I thought. I don't see anything real exciting on there. Do you, Dallas?
No. Does that include guys that have an opt-out?
It does right there. Yeah, Corbin Burns.
Oh, yeah, they do opt out. Okay. Yep.
So I don't think that list is all that great.
Yeah, I thought there was more.
I'll tell you what, guys. The Giants' year is not this year in 26. It's not next year in 27. And it's probably not 28 either. So what does that tell you guys? If you look at the Giants and what they have available as far as who their guys are, who's going to be on the books, and who's not. Let's just take a look at the teams. Let me see here. The Giants, all positions. Let's refresh that. No, I don't want starting pitchers. I want all positions.
I'll tell you what, Dan, while you're doing that, I'm not waiting until 2029 to make the playoffs. That just can't happen. And I don't think any of these fans out there will. So,
what are you going to do? Run away?
No, you got to sign somebody. You got to get it's easy. It's easier now than ever to make the playoffs. How hard is it to get a third wild card? You just have to find a way to win 10 more games and you're in the playoffs. And if they can't do that, then it's a sad state of affairs for the Giants. So, and if Posey can't figure out a way to get that done, then he needs to be gone. I don't think that's his goal. I think he plans on making that happen. And so that's why I hold out a little bit of hope that, there's more coming here because, a lot of fans are tired of it. It's been too long.
Giants are at $206 million right now. In the 27 season, they're projected. Okay, Molly and Ray fall off. In the 28 season, that is Logan Webb's last year. So you got 3 years left of Webb. So the Giants, what the Giants have on their books until 2030 is Matt Chapman. Let's see, he's got 5 years left, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. You got Devers on the books, and you've got Adames. In 2029 and 2030, those guys are still on the books. And this is a team that is really built very, very oddly, in my opinion. Just like a very odd. What is this here, Dan? Did you think? Look at me. Okay, I did not get to that. I was just trying. This team has so oddly built, Dallas, that it if you looked at it from, let me just put my non-biased outsider Jim Bowden, former GM hat on. All right. I got blinders on. See, I can't see anything what's going on other than what's in front of me. I don't know what the plan is, but I look at this Giants roster and I say, this team has a very, very short window if it wants to win right now. Like, it has to do very aggressive moves if they want to win now. Now, the other option is they may say it's going to take too much money and there's no guarantee if we spend that money because we've spent money already. There's no guarantee that we can get past the Dodgers. Let's just look like we're trying to compete, but we're internally doing a shift. Our focus is shifting to a soft rebuild.
Then the Devers trade makes no sense.
Again, it's possible that they had a change of heart after the season, the way it went. They might have looked at this team and said, wow, we got Devers. He was the missing piece. We're right there at first place with the Dodgers. We're just a game or two back of them. We're 2 back of the Dodgers. We can make a run and we can catch the Dodgers, but instead, everything hit the fan, 40-50 with Devers, and now you're looking and you're you're facing your board of directors and Greg Johnson, and you're looking at them and saying, I need more. I need more pieces. And Greg Johnson's going, well, you signed Chapman, you signed Adames, you signed Devers. They all strike out a ton. You already have Ramos, who strikes out a ton. You already have Bailey, who strikes out a ton. You already have who else you got? You got Schmidt, Eldridge. All as you've got, Buster, is a bunch of K artists. What do you mean you need more? What am I gonna? What kind of money do you want me to give you? I gave you over $200 million of payroll. And
I just want to spend up to the CBT.
All right. So if we do that and you don't win, then what do we do?
Then fire me. And then good luck with keeping this team making money.
Oh, we'll make money, Buster. I will make money. I believe me. I manage money. One of the largest mutual funds around.
All right.
I know how to
just fire me right now, and we'll see how many tickets get sold this year. Go ahead.
You know what? We'll sell tickets because I can always drop them to $2. I've dropped them to $5.
Yeah, but then you're just hurting your own pocketbook at that point.
I don't care. It's
not
all
about how many
image.
tickets you sell. It's about how much money you make.
I'm worth billions. I want the place looking full because it fools everybody. We drew over 3 million people last year. Half the people that came in basically for free. I don't give
Sounds
a
like
crap.
you're trying to tank this thing. I would sell it right now before it goes that far.
I'm not tanking it. I'm worth this team is worth $5 billion and counting. We're just moving up. We got real estate galore, Dallas, or Buster, whatever you want to call yourself.
Well, you better sell some of those movie theater tickets then if you want to recoup some of these costs.
Hey, you know what? Larry Bear's a marketing genius, right? We got that theater. You know what Larry's idea is? Larry's he's gonna say, you buy 2 tickets to the Giants, of course at full price. We're not gonna give them a $5.01 full price Giants tickets. You get a free ticket to the what is it called? The Curran or the what's the theater? Whatever it's called.
Yeah.
You get free tickets to go out and see some
Avatar
comedy show. Yeah, there you go. So it's a 2-for-1. That's what we're doing. We're really selling Giants tickets, and we're going to sell all these Giants tickets, and you're going to get a free ticket to the theater. That's what we're doing because we know everybody really wants to go to the theater.
Sounds like you've got it all figured out, Greg.
Hey, as long as I get 3 million people turning through those turnstiles, I don't really care. It looks good. Drives up people. Suckers keep coming. They just keep showing up night after night, and they come. We're competitive. We're right there. We look like we're ready to compete. And
why don't we just spend $30 million more and get in the playoffs, win 90 games, and have a chance to win in the playoffs?
Well, then everybody expects us to make the playoffs. I like it this way. This way,
you get more games.
Hey, look at these 2 clowns right now talking about. There's 2 clowns wearing Giants hats at on a Thursday night approaching 10 o'clock, and they've got a bunch of people listening to them. It's because people want to hear about the Giants. That's right.
Yeah.
The Giants are being talked about, and now there's all these podcasts I see that are popping up all over the place. And
Yeah.
you know, I'll tell you
like
what,
the producers, they make more if the team is a flop than
Yeah.
if they're a hit.
yeah, check that guy out on NorCal Sports Network. Guy can't stand me, and I've got his number out. If you see him anywhere near San Francisco, make sure the Zodiac knows he's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking
Yep.
about that guy, coaching Maglio or whatever his name is. He rips me constantly on his show, and you know what? I'm going to send. Yeah, don't let him come near this ballpark. If he does, he better come in disguise.
Yep.
That's right. He's going to come in right with the. Hey, you know what? I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to show up. Do the Giants play at home ever on the 4th of July?
They do. Yeah.
When?
I think I've seen a fireworks show before.
Oh, they're in Colorado. How about Memorial Day? May 25th against Arizona. I'm going to show up for Memorial Day. Just like that. Just like that. Yeah, could you imagine? No, I obviously we're having a little fun here. We always like to poke fun at Greg. He's your owner that he's kind of like that, open mouth, insert foot. Oh yeah, we just want to break even. Well, Greg,
He should learn from Jed York and do not do any interviews. There's no interviews anymore. Every time he speaks to a reporter, it goes badly.
I'm just kind of baffled at the whole thing. I don't know, but who knows what the Giant? Look, guys, I've got the. It just hit me. It just hit me, and we're gonna leave with this. All of us are trying to figure out what the Giants are doing.
Yep.
You know what? You can ask them, but they can't give you an answer because they don't really know what they're doing. That is the bottom line truth. They really do not have a plan. They really don't know what they're doing. They right now are forever stuck right there, content with 500 break-even baseball. Look, they're the only team I know that's had a near 500 record for 4 years in a row, and they keep coming back with Giants baseball, nothing like it. What does that say about this organization? Tells me they are not in touch at all. They're coming with this nothing like it. I want to see what they're going to come with this year. Are they going to come back with nothing like it this year?
Yeah, they are. I don't think they're going to change the slogan, but I mean, I don't care about that. It's about the moves they make, and people are frustrated with Posey because he hasn't, made any sweeping changes yet.
People like that pick, huh?
They like that, but I haven't written Posey off yet. He's gonna, it's only his second season. I think the Devers trade was a good trade. I think, it's a long deal, but we've needed a hitter like that for a long time, and this is going to be his first full year on this team, and it could be good for the Giants. So, I'm still holding out hope for this offseason. Now, if nothing happens this offseason and we have the same 500 year going forward, then I'm gonna have to start questioning. I mean, it's going to be questioning the ownership. I don't doubt Posey's desire to win, but if he has one hand tied behind his back by ownership, then that's going to be tough for us as Giants fans because it's not going to get any better.
They own the entire Bay Area, Northern California market. They
I
own
know.
it all. And
They have to understand it's in their best interest financially to put a winning product on the field. Those two things have to align.
it
Now the
it does,
Dodgers
but I
seem
don't
to
think
understand
they care.
this.
They're
The
in a
Dodgers
real estate
understand it.
business. They are in a real estate business now. And the fact that they have no competition. Now, the worst thing I think that happened to the San Francisco Giants, everybody, hear me out on this. I think the worst thing that happened for the Giants is A's moving and leaving Oakland and not getting that waterfront stadium. Because if the A's would have got the waterfront stadium, the brand new stadium in Oakland, where near Jack London's or wherever the water, and it was a nice, intimate 35,000 seat stadium, the Giants would be pressed into trying to compete. Because what makes you better? Competition. When you don't have competition, you don't have to worry about doing anything. Why is Brock Purdy a better quarterback this year? Because Mac Jones pushed him, and he knew that Mac Jones was pushing him. And if you don't have competition, the Giants ownership does not care. They don't care. They own the entire Bay Area. And what are people going to do for baseball? Like I heard Glenn last night, I was jokingly saying I was kiddingly saying you keep showing up to the ballpark and you're supporting a losing team and the owners love it. But it's true. He just wants to go see baseball. And the Giants know this. There's no other place to go watch baseball.
Well,
And it's a baseball community. The Bay Area loves baseball.
they're in for a little bit of a rude awakening because I don't know if they understand this, but in this current era of kids growing up in the TikTok era, 2.5 hour long baseball games are not something that they tolerate, sit through, have any interest in whatsoever. So I'd say the number of kids growing up right now that are baseball fans and want to go to the ballpark is lower than it's ever been in the history of this country, percentage wise. So,
But the numbers don't bear that. The numbers went up last year. The revenue and
the boomer parents are taking the kids, and grandparents and people my age that grew up with baseball. I'm still on board, but each successive generation, it's going to get tougher for baseball teams. Now they're already talking about lowering the number of games and trying to, they're going to have to make some changes for sure.
I have a prediction. I have a prediction that I wouldn't be surprised if a bunch of these owners tap out when the Giants,
Jonah, that was my point.
Gets to 8 billion.
Jonah's making the point that I was trying to make, and then I got lost when I was talking.
This one?
That's right. If there's a winning product on the field, then you kids can get invested in the sport, and you're going to win over more people long term. If the Giants had another renaissance where they're winning every other year and they're great, how many more Giants fans does that produce? And it just perpetuates the sport. If the team is just 500 for a decade, that doesn't do anything to move the needle with creating new fans and expanding the sport, expanding the fandom. So it's I don't know. There's more to consider than just have the team break even and hope it appreciates billions of dollars over the years, and then someday we're going to sell it before I die and make $6 billion, and then what? You can't take it with you. So, Greg, what's the point of having this asset appreciating and you're making all this money on paper, but it would just be a drop in the bucket to spend a little bit more money and put a competitive product on the field. So I don't know. And I think when you're winning, he just wants to break even. So if you spend a little more and you win more, then that's going to make more money, and you're still going to break even. So why not do it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think I have the answer for the Giants to attract young people. It's this is what the Giants are going to need to do to attract the young kids coming to the ballpark. Maybe for season ticket holders, maybe the next generation of season ticket holders. Hey, buy a season ticket pass and get a free AI doll. There you go. You get one of these AI dolls, and you can get one ordered in your own image that you like, and that'll bring the youngsters in, because that's where things are heading. I see it. The Giants are going to, instead of giving away bobbleheads, they're going to give away real AI dolls.
that's a good idea. You should pitch that to Larry next time you talk to him.
Oh, I'm sure they've thought about it. You're right there at, near Silicon Valley. They can create these things in mass quantity. I can just see it.
Bub Brad. Buster has made sweeping changes this year. Look at the coaching staff. I agree. I'm looking forward to seeing Tony Vitello out there. I'm looking forward to seeing Ron Washington at third base.
Third base, yeah.
I think they needed to make a change, and they have shaken things up, and they have a lot of experience on that staff, even though Vitello has none in the majors.
Yeah.
So I think
Let's get out of here. I told my wife I'd do a short hour show, and here we are.
Hopefully they have some players, to play with that.
Sharks.
Can coach.
Did you see the Sharks game last night? Anybody? Unbelievable.
No, I heard about it, though.
Macklin Celebrini. Don Peralta's right. Sharks will win a Stanley Cup for Giants win. Los and I did a show on that. We thought it would be the Niners or the Sharks that win before anybody else. Warriors and Giants, it's going to be a while. The Sharks, man, Macklin Celebrini last night, they get down 3-2. They pull the goalie with just under 2 minutes to play. Celebrini saves the puck, gets it it goes back to the blue line on the right crease. He goes weaving in and out of the defense. It's right in the middle of the net and just, wrist shots one right in about this much room between the goalie. It had this much opening, and he put the puck right in there, ties it up at 3. It goes into overtime, where they have their 3-on-3, and he's out there. He steals the puck near the, I think it was close to the blue line in the Kings zone, and the puck is along the boards, and he kind of moves the puck forward toward, his net, and he gets a good push, and he gets a 2-on-1, and it's a 2-on-1 like a basketball 2-on-1, literally. And Celebrini, it's like he was going up for almost like in basketball pitcher, he's going to go up for a layup, and the guy goes to block it, and then he shoves it off to the other guy. Celebrini's going down the ice, and he looks like he's about ready to flick it, take a shot on goal. The defense guy commits to him, and he just slides it over to the guy on the left, and he knocks it into an open net. Beautiful play. This kid is he's the best I've seen in 10 years since Connor McDavid was drafted in 2015 by Edmonton. This guy is good. He's 19 years old. This kid, this is how you build. And this is why I said do not trade Bryce Eldridge. He's only 21. Let's see what Bryce can do. Maybe Bryce becomes the star the Giants have been looking for.
Dan's frozen. But he's basically saying that Bryce Eldridge is the Giants' Celebrini. So looking forward to that this season.
We froze for a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know if you froze or I froze.
I think it was me. I don't know. Rebuild the Giants. I'm all for rebuilding the Giants. Look, guys, if you heard me before, I waited from 1972 as an 11-year-old kid. I saw a title at 71, a division title, lost in the playoffs to the Pittsburgh Pirates, 3-1. Was very disappointed. My uncle had season tickets really close to the Giants dugout. He knew the owner well, Horace Stoneham. He also had tickets for the 49ers, still had them because he was an attorney in San Francisco, and he represented the Morabito family. So when the Morabitos sold to the DeBartolos, my uncle had great season tickets right on the 50-yard line. So I was disappointed. My point is I waited from 1972 to 1986, no playoffs. I can wait a few more years. And youngsters, you can wait too. Look, Giants could be exciting if they do it right. They do it the right way. But anyway, let's get out of here, Dallas. Final word. Take it.
Final word. They're not doing that. So I hope they can put enough on the field this year to be competitive. That's what I realistically want to see. If they can't do that, it's going to be a tough season.
How many tough seasons do we have in front of them? I mean, how many can we take?
Not many more.
I mean, look what Vegas says, guys. What does Vegas say for the Giants? 82.5?
That's a game and a half improvement.
Yeah. They're still 6 games under the last 4 years. Hey, the goal is after 6 years not to be 6 under, but to be even. So if we can get 3 over this year and 3 over next year, we're there.
Yeah. Let's get to 90.
90 with this team? No chance.
No. You got to add.
Got to add.
You're not there yet.
Yeah. Yeah. What do they say? You will own nothing and be happy with it. You will never have a winning season again and you'll be happy, says Greg Johnson.
Not likely.
Hey, just come for those AI giveaway dolls. All right, guys. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. You guys are the best. NorCal Sports Network. Oops. Goodbye! Wait, the music's going to start up again. I forgot to kill it. I got to kill it. There it goes. All right, guys. Have a good night. We'll see you next week. Unless the Giants do something, which means we'll see you next week.
Nope, tomorrow. It's happening. Check your
Okay.
MLB trade rumors tomorrow.
There it is. Tomorrow, Giants sign Tucker and Cody Bellinger. And they do about face and sign Framber Valdez and Ranger Suarez. And the Giants are all in. They just were just stroking us the whole offseason. So there you have it. See you guys probably Monday.
We'll have an emergency show if that's the case.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You will own nothing and like it. Exactly. There we go. All right. Take care, guys. Appreciate y'all. Peace, Dom.